Zandvoort. We started off this morning with qualifying. It was rain impacted, went from wet to dry, and it was ultimately Alicia Palmovski who came out on top. We'll start tomorrow's race in pole position, but that doesn't tell the full story, because with the reverse grid race this afternoon, Zoe Florescu was disqualified from qualifying, which meant that Payton Wescott ended up starting on pole, which she then defended to take her first F1 Academy win in the reverse grid race. But that really doesn't tell the full story. Let's go and chat to some drivers to hear a little bit more. Well, Payton, first things first, I've got to say congratulations, your first F1 Academy win. You must be feeling pretty great.
Yeah, I feel great. It's incredible to be where I am, and I'm so happy. It was a lot of work paid off and a lot of improvement behind the scenes, and I'm over the moon, to be honest, out of words.
Yeah, but girl, I mean, you can't have seen your day going like this. What? 3 hours ago when in qualifying, you were qualifying P9, not meant to be starting on pole, and then the disqualification happened. How did you find out about all of that, and how did you change your mindset to be like, I'm on pole now?
I really try to stay in a positive mindset. Like yesterday, before even today happened, I said today's going to be my day. And really, I didn't know I was going to be starting on pole until about 20 minutes before we went out.
Whoa!
So it was a complete shock, but I still try to stay in the same mindset, because my mindset going into it, even starting from P9 or P1, was always just to improve and move forward. Really aggressive, really keep it at the front. So same mindset, really.
Did it make things a little easier when you didn't really have to overtake anyone?
Yes, so much easier. I was over the moon when I found out.
And then talk me through your race, because I don't want to say, like, was it easy, but did you you just had to stay in front, ultimately, right?
Yeah, it was a lot easier than starting at P9, I'd say, but really just focused on myself for the entire race, really putting in my laps and not looking at who's behind me or what car is behind me, and I just really focused on myself and was able to make the gap.
And I gotta know, it's your family here, right? Tell me about how much it means to have them here.
Yeah, it's great to have my family here. My mom's here with me, and we also have some family friends. And I've obviously got my manager and my performance coach, so everyone's here with me, and it's great to celebrate with them.
And of course, speaking of celebrating, you were with Alba and Nina on the podium, two drivers you get along with really well. That must have been so special to do it with people like that.
It was incredible. Alba and Nina are some of my favorite people in F1 Academy, so some of my best friends. It was great to have them there. And
just talk to me a little bit about the momentum side. So you've kind of ticked this one off, you've done it, you've got the silverware. Does that take a little bit of weight off your shoulders too?
Definitely. It definitely builds some confidence going into tomorrow's race, where I will be starting P8, and in general across the series build some confidence now that my first win in this series is out of the way, hopefully looking for many more.
I like that. I like that. Thank you so much, Payton. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done. Well, Alba, your first official silverware in F1 Academy. Huge congratulations. But also, girl, you were making moves out there. P7 to P2. Did you have fun?
I did. It was so much fun. I mean, a podium like this where I really felt like I drove a good race, that just means even more. So getting on a podium, the first official one where I get to keep the trophy and I get to keep the points, feels really, really great. And especially after such a fun race it's a hard track to overtake. Doing 5 overtakes, it was really, really fun.
What was it out there that was feeling so good for you? What kind of work today?
All weekend I've been fast, so I just had the pace. I was able to set up my overtakes from the last corner, get a good run down the straight. I got some good restarts as well, which helped when there was the safety cars. And yeah, I think I managed to race quite well. In the end, I dropped off the pace a bit just because I pushed so much in the beginning. But it turned out good. I've unlocked the podium. I think I can get the big one.
I like the fighting talk. I like it. Thank you, Alba. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Well, Alicia, I wanted to come down and chat to you because obviously we'll come back to this morning, but we'll start off with what was probably not an ideal day in the office, stalling on the grid, and then talk me through your race and kind of everything that happened.
Yeah, of course, not at all ideal today. Just a big apologies from me to the whole team, to Campos, to Red Bull. It's not acceptable, to be honest, the mistake that I made. It's not as straightforward as it seems. I do take responsibility. Was my mistake. I did stall at the start. There's a few things that led up to that, which was a very valuable learning lesson, to be honest. So as guttering as it is, I've got a big get out of jail free card, I think, with that race, to be honest, and a big learning curve. So not a totally bad thing. We also had an issue with the car later on in the race where my rear left wheel effectively was moving around due to a small failure, so that would have happened anyway. So even if we were running in P5, P4, that failure would have still happened. So yeah, just not our day, really, not our race. But just been very lucky, to be honest. So we'll get it right tomorrow.
But also, yeah, with that luck, MFL also not scoring any points. Your lead remains pretty intact, pretty safe.
Of course, I mean, it's not how I want to do it. It's of course not what I wanted. But definitely a get out of jail free card, 100%. My focus now is just on tomorrow and the rest of the season, making sure I don't make the same error, because I might not be that lucky twice, and those mistakes aren't acceptable at this level. So yeah, I'll learn from it and it won't happen again.
Well, on a more positive note, let's talk about qualifying this morning, because the wet to dry situation that kind of unfolded, and it was essentially your last lap that put you on pole. What a session!
That was much better. I'll talk about that a lot happier.
Nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was very similar to last year's quali, actually, to be honest, in the sense that it started very wet and then very quickly dried. I'm always amazed how quickly this circuit dries. It was actually my call to go onto the slick tyres, so I'm just so grateful that the team trusted me with that call. It's a huge showcase of teamwork, I think, for myself and my engineer in particular. And then also it was my call at the end of the session just to leave some space to the cars ahead for those last few laps. I would rather have sacrificed an extra lap at the end, but just to prioritise the space, because I know how important traffic management is around here, which ultimately gave me the opportunity to have clear air and do a solid, decent lap without over pushing and overstepping the limit. So very tricky session, but great result.
Yeah, and looking ahead to tomorrow's race, look, you were the fastest in testing around here. You've clearly got a little bit of a good feeling on this Zandvoort circuit. You excited?
I am, absolutely. I think if we can maintain the lead into turn one, I think we're okay, to be honest. I know we've got the pace, we've got the consistency. It'll just be head down, no mistakes. My main focus is getting off the line well, which today hasn't fazed me, to be honest, because it was very much an anomaly. I'd say my last 3 race wins, the race starts have been, in fact I actually won the last race off the start, so it's just an anomaly. I'm not worried at all. We'll try and lead into turn one and then take it from there. Also see what the weather does. Should stay dry, but who knows.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how all of the rain drama, the racing drama plays out tomorrow.
It must be lovely for you.
I'm having so much fun, I'm not going to lie.
It's not stressful for you. It's nice and chill.
Yeah, you should just get a camera in the commentary box and me going in the background watching you guys go down. But look, Alicia, thank you so much and enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, as Alicia said, it's a completely new day tomorrow, a chance for her to start on pole position and convert it into a race win as she continues to hunt down her F1 Academy title that she so desperately wants. We'll have to see how tomorrow's race all plays out. Can she convert it? I look forward to seeing all of the action, all of the drama. We'll see you for the feature race on the F1 Academy YouTube channel.